everyone, and welcome back to the CLSR. And I'm your host, the counselor. Just want to let you people know you can get a hold of me at TheCounselor@gmail.com. That's the counselor at gmail.com. Now, I want to say to all my wonderful listeners out there, let's continue to spread the word like the wise old bird and put your money where your mouth is so we can handle this biz. Take care.
Did you know this podcast is powered by ACAST? ACAST is the home of podcasting. For creators looking for freedom to grow their listeners and make money too. And creative brands looking for smart ways to advertise. Podcasters and advertisers in the know ACAST. It's time you did too. Visit acast.com to find out more. ACAST, for the stories.
Welcome to the CLSR, and I'm your host, the counselor. Today we're going to be talking about bad friends. What kind of person are you? You know, they say that you are the people you hang around. Birds of a feather flock together. So if you think about your friends, then you have to think about yourself in relation to those friends. What kind of friends are you accepting? Can you spot bad friends? Are your friends good or bad? Do they misbehave in certain environments that reflect badly upon you, and vice versa? But the point is, do you really have good friends? Are they only good to you? Or are they good in general? Because it says a lot about you. But today we're going to talk about bad friends. Can you spot bad friends? Do you have bad friends? Bad friends have certain characteristics that we need to look out for. And this could be hard to do when we're caught up in these friendships of ours. Especially if these relationships that we've had with our friends have been going on for years. Sometimes we've had them so long, we don't want to give them up. And we say to ourselves, well, everybody has a friend that acts up every once in a while. Sometimes these friendships may confuse you. You're not really sure about how loyal, supportive, and genuine that a friend is being towards you. If you have a gut reaction telling you that your friendship isn't all that it's cracked up to be, it may be time to identify what this person is really up to and whether this is a friendship worth keeping. Watch out for the opportunist. This is a person who likes to use you because you have assets like a car, your apartment or home, lots of money or vacation property, or they may be using you to get close to your best friend. Good friends, girl, boyfriend, or sibling. See, this type of person will eat up your house or home and even use your personal hygiene products. But when you confront them, they become angry. They disrespect you and your belongings. You may notice borrowing becomes an issue. They borrow money and never pay you back, borrow your clothes, property, and never give it back, or they return it damaged. They may even let other people use or wear your belongings without asking you first. They may also ask for a favor but can never return a favor. When you tell them that you have something new, like clothes or furniture and even new friends, see if they pay more attention to you. Be wary of the self-centered. This type of person lives by the mantra, it's all about me. They will always talk about themselves. Also, they won't care about you. They're not interested in your day. They're not at all interested in how you're doing, what you've done, how you're feeling. You may also notice that they brag a lot, whether it be about themselves, materialistic possessions, boyfriend, getting married, or vacation. They always find something to make them sound better than you. They think the world revolves around them, and them only. See, this type of person seems to always have an opinion about everything. An opinion is a person's ideas and thoughts towards something. It is an assessment, judgment, or evaluation of something. An egocentric person has no theory of mind, cannot feel empathy for others, and believes everyone sees what they're seeing. It appears that this is shown mostly in younger children. They are unable to separate their own beliefs, thoughts, and ideas from others, and if you share your ideas, they'll criticize them or ignore you. Try to steer clear of the victim who exudes, "Poor me, and my life is horrible." This person always comes to you when having problems for advice and lets you know in no uncertain terms how much hardship they are going through. But when you need advice or would like to vent, they're very short with you. So it's not fair when you don't mind spending 2 hours plus to cool them down. Instead, for you, it's like 5 minutes. You're not a therapist. So do not let them air their grievances at your expense. This type of person may stay mad at you when both of you have had a fight. This is because they only accept their point of view. Pay attention to how they tell stories. They'll start off with beginnings like, "Oh my gosh," and "I can't believe," and they'll often scream, "You don't understand what I'm going through." They crave attention and steal the spotlight. Detach yourself from the clingy friend. This type of person can't share you with other people. When they don't see you with other people, they are jealous because they want you all to themselves. They'll even squeeze themselves into relationships with you and your best friend. They can't keep their hands to themselves, and yet this clinginess has a strange hierarchy that leaves you out when a more important person is about to cling on to them. For example, like this person likely can include you to see a movie with their best friend, like their best boyfriend or girlfriend. They don't include you, but they expect it to be included in theirs. When you have your friend over, they want to be included, but when they have their special friend, nah, they don't want to include you. That's not a good friend because they want to be the center of their friend's world. And while they spend lots of time with this person, when their other half is busy, they want you all the time. It's a sure sign that this person can't bear to be alone and that all you are is a babysitter. They'll compliment you until you return affection. Be very certain that this friend may ditch you for the significant other if they come around. I also want you to be careful and sidestep the fake. This person smiles in your face, but when around other people, they make you feel small by continuously putting you down verbally. They may also do things such as drugs and deny it. They might promise to call you back, but they never do. Always keeps you waiting. Always makes excuses as to why they didn't call you. They never keep their promises, and it's their hobby to gossip. Listen into their conversations. They'll likely be talking about you or someone else. Avoid the snobs, they're everywhere. This person never acknowledges your ethnicity, culture, or your opinion. This friend considers you something else and thinks it's all right to insult your heritage using derogatory slang words around you while knowing it offends you. They know you're uncomfortable and want to encourage it. They'll often brag about how rich or beautiful they are or how smart they are and are spoiled by their parents. Hmm. Get rid of the spy. You know what I mean? Nobody wants a friend checking your assets. For all you know, this so called friend may be working for someone else to find out about you. This type of friend may use spying techniques because they are jealous or they want to teach you a lesson. Another reason may be if they want to get close to your network of friends and acquaintances. When you're speaking with someone, do they hover nearby? Do they always want to know what you're doing? They aren't really interested in you, so try to dump this friend as soon as you find out that this is one of their poisonous ways. You might notice that these people always need to know everything, right? Like you may be talking to another friend about a confidence issue, like something that's very private, and this person comes from across the room to get into your business, often trying to really overhear some conversations and sneaking to read your email or borrowing cell phone or reading text between you and other people. Spies often lie. They may lie about their name, age, etc. to you. Be careful of extreme nosiness. They may soon blackmail or bully you. If you feel intimidated or threatened by this person, tell an authority or elder you trust. Pass by the friend who ignores you. This type of friend is absolutely infuriating. When you are hanging out with them and other friends of yours, they are always talking to you and start socializing with your friends. However, when you are hanging out with them and their friends, they absolutely ignore you and forget to introduce you to their friends. If there are three people on the sidewalk, you, them, and their other friend, you'll always be the third person walking behind, the third wheel. Every time you try to spark up a conversation, they ignore you and continue to talk to their friend or interrupt you and continue blabbing. This is a sign of insecurity masquerading as coolness. It's unkind and unwanted, and we hate it. And please be aware of the interloper. This person uses you and your ideas, your intellectual assets, interferes with your social and professional contacts, takes over conversations you're having with others, tries to network and make friends with anyone you talk to, and generally climbs on you to get where you're going, not setting her own course. This so called friend seeks promotion or has gotten promotions or promoted on the backs of more talented colleagues, manipulating authority, making him or her look good at your expense, and often using ideas and insights you shared with them. They'll copy everything you do. You're their role model and the center of their eyes. They'll turn every conversation into an interview so they can find more about you to copy. You might become exhausted trying to evade their interloping so you can maintain your own friends and contacts without their interference. They have low self-esteem and have trouble making friends, so they let you do all the work it takes. Then they try to reap the rewards of your effort. See, if you say, I'm going to compliment, like shoes, for example, they'll beat you to it and act like it was their own observation. So if you say, hey, I think that person will be great for the job, they're actually going to track that person down and make the suggestion. They'll chase that person right on down and act like that was something that they suggested and that was their bright idea. See, they'll copy your ideas, your favorites, and your observations. If you are in school with this person, they'll run to the professor with every brilliant insight you share and pretend ownership. This person is very insecure and they need you to show them the way. They feel that they're entitled to share all your relationships. And remember, you got to avoid the queen bee. This type of person is really dominating. They don't accept you if you have different opinions to theirs. Instead, they accept you only when you think like them. Some are like this only because they are insecure, but others are merely jerks with a need to dominate. They'll have their own army to defend them, look up to them, and worship them. But the most fearsome thing about them is that queen bees often take advantage of friendships and might turn every one of your friends against you over the course of a day just to wreck and break you. They are just despicable and deadly, so steer clear away from them. Now, you got to ease your way out of things sometimes. Decide whether or not the friendship is worth continuing with. If your friend is one of the bad friend types, they'll zap your energy, your patience, and resources regularly. It's a fair bet that you're better off cutting this person out from your tight-knit friends. Decide whether this person is even worth keeping as an acquaintance. This will depend on the context, like as if you need to keep working with this person or seeing them at a family get-together. Then keeping a calm and distant acquaintanceship may be the best option. On the other hand, if this person has no other formal links to your life, you may wish to cut them right out of it entirely and cease staying in contact. If you're always the first one to contact a friend and you're getting tired of little to no response, stop contacting them. Block them from your contacts and leave all the text conversations that have them. Avoid seeing them in public. If this person is a true friend, they'll reach out if they notice they haven't heard from you. And it only takes a few minutes or a text to email or call someone. If they don't, you're wiser about this friend's attitude. And you can begin to spend more time with friends who you do care about. Really. Don't overdo it. Don't over communicate with people. If they're not reciprocating, come on, wake up to that. Tell your friend the friendship is over when this feels appropriate. If you can't quietly distance yourself and refuse all invitation to go places with this friend, you'll need to be upfront about ceasing the friendship. The best way to break up with a friend who isn't working out is to confront them face to face or by phone and tell them crystal clear that you feel unable to continue the friendship for reasons that are appropriate to you, that are valid, for some of the reasons that I mentioned earlier. It is up to you. You have a choice. You're going to have to make it. And trust in yourself. It's for the better. However, I do need to caution you, stay away from and avoid using blame language. Although you don't want to say, it isn't you, it's me, type language, you don't want to make it clear that this is about your feelings and your peace of mind. Avoid insulting the character of the other person or blaming them for your feelings. Remind the person of the other friends in their life and even recommend a new friend if this seems appropriate. But just make it clear that it's just not working out. They haven't been good friends and you don't want to over explain. So keep it simple, straight to the point, and make sure you're valid in your reasoning. Don't flip-flop. Okay? So the counselor says, I want you to be like the wise old bird and spread the word.
Did you know this podcast is powered by Acast? Acast is the home of podcasting. For creators looking for freedom to grow their listeners and make money too. And creative brands looking for smart ways to advertise. Podcasters and advertisers in the know Acast. It's time you did too. Visit acast.com to find out more. Acast, for the stories.